All right, everybody, I'm back from vacation, taking questions about Disney World. That's where I was, but we're actually going to talk about what's happening here on my TV. Doug Maurice from cleveland.com, back in my basement for Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Much better first half from the Cavs, right? Everybody much happier with that effort than what we saw in Game 1. Is it enough? I want to know. Bring it now. Is that enough? Is that enough? Is that enough to tie this series? Kyrie is killing us. She hate me. Right back. I missed you. She hate me. B2YF saying, yes, that's enough. Kyrie's got to be better, right? This feels like a superstar game, and sometimes I wonder about Kyrie forcing things in games like this. You see Steph getting his. You see Durant getting some of his. You see LeBron attacking the basket so easily. Sometimes I wonder, does Kyrie try a little too hard in moments like this sometimes? That worries me a little bit sometimes. Britt Johnson, Kyrie needs to step up. It's hard sometimes, I think, for all the Cavs to get going at the same time. We saw Kevin Love be more aggressive and make some shots early on. We saw LeBron absolutely never stop going to the basket. But then I think sometimes it's a little bit more difficult for Kyrie to kind of like find his zone a little bit, right? So that's a little bit of a problem. Uncle Dre needs to show up. Durant hit a late shot. Right, you got to keep Curry off the line. Okay, so if anybody wants to complain about the fouls, feel free. I don't really want to hear it, right? I mean, I hate that kind of stuff. Officiating is officiating. Nobody is out to get your team, right? Nobody is out to get your team. Stuff happens. You got to deal with it. So we can't focus on that. That's not going to be an issue. Kyrie's struggling to pass out of the trap, right? Klay is so good. Klay Thompson is so good defensively. Is he good enough to take Kyrie out of his game? What more do you want to see from Kyrie? We'll go through some stats real quick, but I want to know if you're feeling okay about this, right? Do you feel good at halftime? Man, someone's telling me to shut up already. I just got back from vacation, man. I'm just trying to talk basketball. We're just talking basketball in my basement. That's all. You can go find us at cleveland.com. Listen, Joe Varden, Chris Fedor, they're there. I know you're following them on YouTube, right? Not on YouTube. You're following them on Twitter during the game. They're great. You want to do that. But we also want to talk here a little bit, okay? So, continuation fouls definitely have to be looked at. Kyrie's a little nervous. You think Kyrie's nervous? Do you think Kyrie gets nervous in situations like this? BTYF, I feel much better than the last game. Someone's saying Warriors in 4, right? You're in it. Right? LeBron has been unbelievable. Tell me what you think about LeBron. Can LeBron keep that up? Britt, are you really not watching, Britt, with the Spurs logo? Really not watching? I don't know. Is that enough? Is that enough? Not feeling it at all. Eddie Vidmar's back. Not feeling it. I'm going to just tweet this out so people can join us. All right, come join us, people. Not feeling it? It's so much better. They're in it, right? What do you think about the defense? The Warriors are scoring a lot. I know people are a little worried about some of the fouls. Listen, it's all going to even out. Fouls aren't going to determine this. Shump's doing a good job on Durant. We need more from Kyrie. Change the rotation. I'm following Chris Fedor on Twitter. He's talking about this. Mark, you're back. Hey, Mark Green. What defense? Listen, it's like the Golden State's so good, but I think they can score this much and you can still see that they're playing some defense. 67-64, right? I mean, we're heading for a 130-130 game here, but they are playing a little bit of defense for real, right? Ty Lue, intensity is up. John Simonovich noting that, right? Much better. They're fighting, right? All you can ask. They're fighting. Isn't that enough? They're fighting. So listen, we'll run through some stats. The Warriors are shooting 50% in the first half. Cavs are shooting 49%. They need more rebounding, but they're not playing Tristan Thompson, right? 13 minutes in the first half each for Shumpert and Korver. 8 minutes for Tristan Thompson. They're matching the small lineup. They're not playing Tristan Thompson. Someone says, Korver even dressed. He's 1 for 2 and he's 3 for 3 at the line. Listen, he was scoreless in game 1. He's got 6 in the first half. A lot of people thought that the Cavs would have an edge with the bench in this series. We talked a lot about that when we were talking during the Boston series. The Cavs would have an edge on the Warriors with the bench. But has that really been the case? Iguodala has 3, Livingston has 6, Clark has 3. Bench scoring in the first half is 9. 11, 13, 14 for the Warriors, and 19 for the Cavs. So the Cavs bench is outscoring them. That's going to be, I think they're going to have to do that the whole series, right? If you think the Warriors 5-on-5 is not going to get it done, right? The Warriors have the edge 5-on-5. The Cavs have to make some progress with the bench. So Shumpert's giving you a little something defensively, is maybe forcing it offensively 1 for 4. Channing Frye, back from the dead. Part of this rotation. Again, taking some minutes from Tristan Thompson, trying to get a little more offense, get another shooter in there. He only has 2 points, but Ty Lue trying to make some of these adjustments, right? You can't just keep doing what you're doing. JN, the Warriors have too much star power, and with elite defenders like Draymond, it's going to be an extremely uphill battle for the Cavs and LeBron. They do. JN, the Cavs have a strong bench, the Warriors have a great bench, right? The benches are going to be an issue. The benches are going to be an issue this whole series, but especially here in Game 2, we're going to see it more. LeBron has been carrying the load the whole year, but we all saw what happened in Game 1. He needs more help. LeBron, first half, 8 for 12, 21 minutes. Nathan, this isn't about the benches, this is about LeBron. Listen, man, I agree, Nathan, it is about LeBron, but LeBron can't do it alone. LeBron can't do it by himself. William, why do you be that way, William? William's just being in here being negative. LeBron has 18 points in 21 minutes, 8 of 12. Kyrie, 4 of 11. Kevin Love, 7 of 12 for 15 points. Has missed all his three-pointers, but doing some other things. Early on, some really good pick and roll, some switches, forcing Durant to guard Love. That was great, right? That was great for the Cavs. They got some stuff down low from Kevin Love, not just the three-pointers. Kyrie needs to do more in the flow of things. Maybe that little basket there at the end is going to do something. You know, sometimes you get a little momentum. Nice little basket there at the end for Kyrie. Tell me, how much do they need from Kyrie in the second half of this game? And we'll keep talking about the whole series, but let's talk second half right now. How much do they need from Kyrie, and do you think they'll get it? Do you think they'll have a big... All right, William, I appreciate it, man. I'm sorry to hear that. We're glad you're joining us. Sorry you had some bad things in your life. 12 points for Kyrie in the second half, says Nathan. We need the whole team, says the Future. Good to see you back, Future. Missed you, man. They need the whole team, even Kyrie. They do. You can't... Listen, we all know it's about LeBron, but it can't be only LeBron. Greg says they need Kyrie to get 20 in the second half. They're going to get it. Oh, okay. They mean overall. Douglas DeLillo also says Kyrie needs to get in the 20s, and he'll get there. Kyrie's a -1 right now. You know who I'm missing? I really thought was going to be a really important part of the series. Again, is just not there at the moment. JR, man. JR, 12 minutes, no points, 0 for 1. And it was that weird, got an offensive rebound, took a crazy 3, right? I don't know what's going on with JR. They really could use a little JR, right? Man, I'm really surprised that he has not given them more in the playoffs. But you guys are watching, right? LeBron's playing like a monster, says the Future, right? JR needs to step up. Well, you see it. They're saying that even with the Warriors at 67 points, right, the Cavs' defense is better. Right? The Cavs' defense is better than it was. They're too long for JR, says Nathan. Maybe that's it. You know? JR needs to start gunning, man. JR, maybe he needs to start gunning. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what he needs to do. They need something from him. I mean, don't you want that JR? Don't you want that JR who can go off at any time? I'm waiting for that JR to win a game for the Cavs in this series, right? Not by himself, but all of a sudden give you a 10 or 12 point explosion in a quarter. Denver, JR, says Nathan. Where all of a sudden he gives you a boost and gets you over the top. We haven't seen that. I think they could really use that. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, 15 points each in the first half. Klay Thompson, a little better offensively. 11 points, 4 of 6. Draymond, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. The Cavs, a little better with the ball, right? We know how big the turnovers were in Game 1. I think the Warriors only had 4. The Cavs had 1 million. First half, turnovers, 7 for the Cavs, 13 for the Warriors. So you see that. You see that defense is making a difference for the Cavs, even though Golden State is almost 70 at halftime. They're at least putting pressure on them. Mark Green, much better. Right? You're not going to stop them. You're not going to stop them completely. Okay? You're not going to stop them completely. You just have to do something to slow them down and give yourself a chance. So you can't let the Warriors get on. You guys know this. Listen, I'm here to moderate. I'm not here to tell you anything you don't know. I'm not here to tell you anything you don't know. You know that the Warriors are possible, can be that team that can make 5 threes in 2 minutes. And boom, there it is, right? I mean, so that's what you have to stop. And if you are creating turnovers, if you're forcing them to be a little sloppy, right, then you are making a difference. You don't have to be perfect. LeBron, if we keep up the pace, we can win this. The Cavs, it's funny to say, it's 67-64 at the half, but the Cavs have done better. They've slowed. They can't just be in an absolute track meet all the time. LeBron has done a great job going to the basket. They got some stuff early on with Kevin Love down low, right? They could use something from JR. The bench, they changed the rotations a little bit. They got Channing Frye in. They got Tristan Thompson out. Maybe we'll see more Tristan Thompson in the second half. He said he was trashed, right, in game 1. That was one of our stories at cleveland.com. Tristan Thompson's been so good in the playoffs. Not good in game 1, and now he's not part of it in game 2. I thought Tristan Thompson could make a difference. Even you knew the Warriors were going to go small. I mean, that's not a surprise, right? This is not a surprise what the Warriors are trying to do. Zaza's playing 8 minutes in the first half. It's not a surprise. Iguodala played 12. But I thought Tristan Thompson could still be a part of that, the future. He was a ghost in game 1. Ghost in game 1. Tristan now in game 2. Tristan Thompson, 8 minutes, 2 points, a -7. So maybe the game's not for him. I don't know. I have a hard time believing that they can do what they need to do with no Tristan Thompson. But the bench is doing more. Maybe Korver can get hot. Maybe JR's going to give him something. But do you think, let's do this real quick. I want to do this and get you guys on the record before we get to the second half. Who wins? Cavs going to win or Warriors going to win? She hate me. Thompson's not doing anything on the glass or on defense. Who do you got? It's basically a toss-up. The way the game was unfolding, right? If Klay Thompson gets going a little more, we got Cavs. Cavs. I think we got a Warriors in there. You wonder if Trey Thompson here, Britt Johnson. I thought you weren't. Now Britt Watson. Cavs if Kyrie gets his stuff together. Cavs. So you guys, okay. So you're feeling good about it. That's all you can ask. Listen, you're on the road. I picked the Warriors in 6. I thought it would go, and my daughter's here with me. She would attest to this. I thought it would go Golden State Cavs, Golden State Cavs, Golden State, Golden State. So I thought the Cavs could come back and win game 2 on the road. But the Cavs aren't going to win every game in Cleveland. But at least you're competing. You're competing in the series, right? So it's not over. I also don't want to just pretend like, so, okay, we all know 3-1 happened, so it's like it's no big deal to get down 2-0. It would be a big deal, but it wouldn't be over, okay? But they're fighting. So even if the Cavs lose tonight, they can come back to Cleveland and feel like they're in the series. The Warriors are 13-0 in the playoffs, man. Like, if the Cavs lose tonight, it's not over. But also, that analysis must go beyond last year they came back from 3-1. It's not last year, all right? So, you guys are feeling good. I see some swearing. You guys are feeling good about the Cavs. That's better. That's all you can ask. That's all you can ask is to put yourself in a situation in the second half on the road in game 2 to give yourself a chance. JR will be the difference tonight if he turns it up, Allen. What if JR gets hot? What if Korver gets hot? What if Tristan Thompson gets a little run and gets hot, right? King James says J.R. Smith needs to stay on the bench. I don't know, man. The bench has helped, but I still think you need JR. Don't you guys think you need JR? I think you need JR in this series, and I think you need him in this game. Okay? Richard Jefferson, 5 minutes in the first half. Channing Frye, 6. Darren Williams, 4. Shumpert and Korver, 13 minutes each, right? King James says Korver should start. Korver's not exactly lighting it up either. He was scoreless in game 1. He's got 6 in the first half here. So the defense is better. You guys feel good about where the Cavs are. Douglas is worried that Kevin Love's going to cool off because we saw that. What was he, 7 of 10 from 3 in the first half in whatever, one of the games? He can't disappear in the second half. You know everybody's going to adjust, right? We know how that, of course, everyone's going to adjust to what happened in this first half. So I think they're going to get a little more from JR. I don't think the answer is no JR, right? I don't think that's your answer. I don't think you can just write him off. Keep D. Will out. I saw someone on Twitter was talking about you're just trying to play a new video game on an old system with D. Will. That Darren Williams sometimes looks like this is a little fast for him. Mark Green loves always scoreless in the second half, but he gets more rebounds, right? So, and listen, you see it with Klay Thompson. You don't have to score a million points to change the series. We've seen Klay Thompson's defense. We've seen the way Klay Thompson has affected Kyrie Irving in this series. Klay Thompson starting to do a little more offensively. 4 of 6 in the first half. 1 of 2 on threes. 11 points. Klay Thompson's a +8. That's the best plus-minus of anybody in the first half. Okay? Kyle Korver's a +7 for the Cavs, right? Oh, come on. Don't talk rigged refs. Who's talking rigged refs in there? You got to deal with it, man. You got to deal with it. If there's rigged refs, they want it to be a close series. So they're not going to go against the Cavs. It's not rigged refs. JR's a -13, Island son. That's not good. JR's a -13. That's not good. But I don't think you can give up on JR. Listen, the thing where LeBron and Kyrie were complaining to the refs and got beat down the court, can't have that either, man. That was not good. We're going to let you guys get back to the second half. Thanks for joining me again. You guys are feeling confident about the Cavs. We're going to keep doing this. I think it's going to be a little late tonight, so we won't do it after the game. Unless something absolutely outrageous happens and we have to come back, then maybe we'll come back. But that's not the plan. Thanks for doing this. Cleveland.com is your place. Joe Varden, Chris Fedor, they're there. I'm in my basement. But read our stuff, and then read our stuff all week as we build up to Game 3 in Cleveland on Wednesday. Thanks to you guys. You make it happen. I appreciate it. Go watch the game. I'll talk to you soon.